और मैं अनम्यूट करूं अपने आप को, साला मैं भी. नमस्कार, श्याम शर्मा शो मध्ये आपले स्वागत आहे. As you can see, it has been a train wreck. Sham is trying to log in, but his camera and mic don't set up for some odd reason. Once every few weeks this happens, and so I can I mean, you guys can't, but I know it's at the bottom of the screen. I see Sham trying to log in, but he cannot. And and Abhijit, let me message Abhijit. अभिजीत को भी मैंने मैसेज किया है, वो भी आ रहा है. So yeah, this is where we are. We are stuck. So while we are stuck, let me talk to everyone online. I was like, चलो मैं ही आ जाता online and I'll start talking to all of you. And the best part is, Sham could have come without the camera, but नहीं, Sham ने बोला या तो मैं आऊंगा तो मेरी शक्ल दिखाऊंगा, या तो मैं बिल्कुल भी नहीं आऊंगा. तो Sham क्या उसका कैमरा ही नहीं लग रहा है. मराठीमध्ये बोला भाऊ, काय बोलू तुमच्याशी, तुम्हीच सांगा काय बोलायचं आहे मराठीमध्ये. I am F level celebrity. I have to act like it. So what's going on in the live chat? Let's have fun while both Sham and Abhijit join us. Just wanted to check whether you can speak Marathi with no accent. What do you mean whether I can speak Marathi with no accent? Are you guys retarded? अरे मेरी एसएससी की मार्कशीट नहीं है इधर, वरना मैं दिखा देता हूँ. मेरे को मार्क्स भी अच्छे मिलते थे मराठी हिंदी दोनों में. मेरे को अच्छे मार्क्स मिलते थे. लो, शाम फिर ऑफलाइन हो गया है. ये तो श्याम शर्मा शो है, मगर ना शाम है ना अभिजीत है, मैं अकेला हूं. तो अभी क्या करें? चलो फ्रेंच. कुशल sent you an email on Monday. Did you get it? अरे भाई, कौन सा ईमेल भेजा था आपने? चलो जी, अभिजीत तो आ गया है. हाँ, ये मराठी में बोल तू.
मैं मराठी बोलतोय.
नहीं, तू मत बोल, तू मत बोल.
तांबडा रस्सा, तांबडा रस्सा, पांढरा रस्सा, वडा पाव, पाव भाजी, कीमा पाव.
अरे, what is happening about that US India trade deal?
माँ भूमिका माँ लड़ा.
अबे, what language is this? Now you're making shit up.
अरे, that is a paper by Balasaheb Takre.
Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah. See, I'll show you.
भाई, मतलब तू क्या पेपर को क्या बोल रहा है? Let me Google. क्या? Which paper?
He wrote this book or something, Balasaheb.
Balasaheb Thackeray books. Let me see. क्या books लिखा था उन्होंने?
I think it was an op-ed.
I don't know. I mean, सामना में उन्होंने बहुत लिखे हुए हैं. I don't remember which one you're talking about.
But anyway.
So what do you make of this latest shenanigan in Maharashtra? that we have nothing left to do in Maharashtra. BMC elections are here, so let's beat each other up again.
Yeah, this was bound to happen. Na? Like once you go down the linguistic rabbit hole, or aata kya hai, you
Well, that's true
kind of,
too.
yeah. So such is life.
Yeah, such is life. But what is the news on the India-US trade deal before Sham comes? I wanted to talk to you about that also.
Nothing. So far, nothing.
Remember, weren't they supposed to announce the trade deal? I heard that there was something about that news coming out. They were going to announce it. So Sham's latest update in our WhatsApp group is, I'm going to fucking kill someone.
Yeah.
He was online. He had audio. His camera, I don't know, for some odd reason there was some camera issue, and that's why he was like, let me restart my computer, and all hell has broken loose. Nothing is working now. So
Damn.
it's okay. We will do the show today, and whenever Sham joins us. So
We're anyway live. No,
Hmm?
we're anyway live.
Yeah, we are live. So Sham will, we will go ahead and do it, whatever. So obviously let's start with this whole language war, entire tamasha that has happened. So for those
Mhm.
people who don't know, BMC elections, whenever they are in the vicinity of about to happen, these kinds of things start happening, and it's very interesting. After 20 years, I think the Takre brothers have come together as a force. Now, in your opinion, forget the language wars and what to be spoken. Like, my view has always been very, I've always been very sympathetic to the idea of saving Marathi language and culture. My views have always been about every Indian language on that sense. But I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about the politics about that. Do you seriously think that Raj Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray have a political future together?
Zero, bro. If you'd asked me the same question like before the election, I would have said maybe. But now it doesn't matter what they do. See, the point is Shinde has proven that he is the successor, right? Uh, there's nothing Raj and unless they reinvent themselves. See, the problem here is if you move so far to the left, how is your own voter base going to feel? Right? They moved too far left. I don't know why they did it, but they did. And they've got nobody but themselves to blame. I mean, not so much Raj, but now that Raj has joined that particular coalition, what do you think his positioning is going to be? By the way, do you think they're even going to get along? Two people who didn't get along before, how do you think they're going to get along now?
Yeah, and how do they get along when Sanjay Raut is running the show for Shiva Sena? That's
Yeah.
my biggest thing. Uddhav Sena. I mean, Shiv Sena to abhi Shinde ki ho gayi, but Uddhav Thackeray's Sena. I mean, Sanjay Raut and Raj Thackeray famously don't get along well.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't think this is going anywhere. I mean, best of luck to them, but it is what it is.
Yeah, see, what is very interesting is, if you remember, not the last one, the one before that. So what had happened at that time is that in the Lok Sabha there was this, Marathi Muslim vote combination that they kind of did, and then obviously everybody saw what the Sarkar did, and in the assembly election, people overwhelmingly voted. The Marathis voted for BJP because they felt cheated by the Shiva Sena, where they were like, Uddhav Sena has become pro-Muslim. That was the allegation that was made against Uddhav Sena.
And see, you could say that maybe the results of the parliamentary election, the general election last year, it kind of reinforced their belief that that they would क्या कहते हैं that they were on the right path. But how badly they misread the situation, because a national election is not the same as a state election and vice versa. It's a clear example of one endangering the other, drawing conclusions from one for the other.
Yeah, I just don't see the complication in this alliance. Like, Uddhav has now developed a Muslim vote bank, The best video, I don't know, did you see that video of that burqa clad woman speaking in Urdu, defending speaking Marathi, while she may not be in a position to speak a word of Marathi herself?
No, but this is the same in this thing also, na? In Karnataka also. They don't want Hindi, they don't want Tamil, they kicked out all the Tamils and everything, but nothing about Urdu. And the Urdu speakers will refuse to speak Kannadiga. In fact, I know I can manage somewhat better Kannadiga than a lot of these so-called Dakhini Muslims in Bangalore. But uske bare mein to kuch bolenge nahi. So the question is, why doesn't the press then go and ask them about what about Dakhini and stuff like that? Urdu ke bare mein to koi kuch nahi bolega.
And you know what the irony is in all of this? It creates a bina baat ka hatred for Urdu, which is also an Indian language, inside a lot of these people who are being bullied, which is also not fair. Like I to enjoy Urdu also as a language.
I do too, but with reservations. I'm not a big fan of Urdu or Hindi that way. I find it quite limiting in terms of expression. Though Hindi, has a certain, how shall I put this? It lends itself to my specific kind of poetry in a way that a lot of things don't.
ये वैसे मेरे को एक बात बताइए, शाम ऑनलाइन तो आ गया. Can he hear us? Can he speak?
No, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Obviously we can hear you. तो बोल ना कुछ, मतलब my PC is from भोसरी लेके बैठ गया है, कुछ बोल नहीं रहा है, मेरे को कुछ समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा है क्या हो रहा है.
I was just waiting for you guys to finish because I'm about to go burn my laptop and my entire house and everything with it in like a couple of minutes, or I'm gonna go shoot up a school or something. But yeah, परेशान हो गया हूँ मैं इस लैपटॉप से.
तो नया लेना.
ये यार ये नया ही लिया है, ये तो पिछले साल ही लिया है.
Oh.
This is like just over a year old now. It's not even that old. I don't know what this has never happened before. So 3 years we've been doing this. This has literally never happened before. It's just not connecting to my camera.
And why are you using XSplit is what I don't understand.
It keeps taking me to XSplit. I'm saying connect my camera. It says fuck you and your mother. I'm taking you to XSplit. तो मैं क्या करूं? क्या करूं मैं? I keep telling it no, connect to my camera. It said तेरी माँ का
अभी एक आज का शो है ना, आज का शो तू बिना कैमरा के कर दे, इसके बाद कैश क्लियर करना पूरा पीसी का और फ्रेश लॉगिन करना तो हो जाएगा.
हाँ वही वैसा ही कुछ करना पड़ेगा. I'll have to
you
do
empty
something like that.
You empty the cache?
The cache Patel. I don't what you go to the browser और वहाँ पे जाके empty cache or something.
What is this?
It's
Mac
Chrome.
or this?
I'm on Chrome. I'm on a PC, not on a Mac.
So it doesn't matter. Just go to run a search for cache memory, and it'll bring it up and cut everything out.
Huh.
It's okay. तू अभी तू रहने दे. आज का शो इसके बिना कर. आज का शो बिना कैमरे के कर ले, नहीं तो फिर गांड लग जाएगी.
फिर साला 25 मिनट लगाएगा ये हरामखोर पीसी.
Yes.
Yeah.
हमारी लाइव चैट में बेंचो हर आदमी इंजीनियर बना हुआ है कंप्यूटर का.
डिलीट कैश, ये भी तो वही बोल रहे हैं, कोई नया थोड़ी बोल रहे हैं.
नहीं तो थोड़े लोग बहुत
यही बोल रहे हैं डिलीट कैश.
वो देखे टेक्निकल हो गए मनीष कुमार. कमांड भी नहीं दी.
बोल रहे शिफ्ट डिलीट. अबे किसमें?
अरे वो कमांड तेरे को रन में टाइप करनी है.
अच्छा ये रन में टाइप करना है.
हाँ वो रन में जब तू टाइप करेगा वो फोल्डर खुलेगा और शिफ्ट डिलीट कर दे. वो ये बोल रहा है.
साला रन किधर है? रन में जाके डिलीट करना पड़ेगा.
अरे अभी तू रहने दे यार, तू उसके बिना कर, मरने दो.
हाँ मरने ही दो, अभी क्या करें. डिलीट कैश कहाँ करते हैं ये भी मेरे को नहीं पता ना.
हाँ वो बाद में मैं तेरे को बता दूंगा. अभी फोकस ऑन द शो. वैसे भी तू इतना सुंदर नहीं है कि तुझे देखने के लिए लोग तरस रहे थे.
अरे मेन पॉइंट तो ये है कि आपने अभी तक वो वीडियो प्ले किया है कि नहीं. दिस इज माय फेवरेट वीडियो ऑफ द एंटायर लैंग्वेज डिबेट जो आपने शेयर किया था सुबह.
अरे वो तो यार वो फेवरेट वीडियो
ये पूरा लैंग्वेज वॉर को डिबंक करने के लिए एक ही वीडियो काफी है. One video is enough.
That was the greatest. I mean,
Is the greatest video.
and you know what the funny thing is? I think Priyanka would also take it in a funny way.
I don't know how she'll take it, but it's just a fantastic video.
Hey, this was the greatest video of the language war. I think
Greatest video
nothing
of the
beats
language war,
this.
correct.
This one. यार Indians इतने talented क्यों हैं? यार Indians इतने talented क्यों हैं? Indians बहुत talented लोग हैं. देखिए ये सुनो.
तुम्ही मराठी बोलता का?
Saying
Ma'am,
that the
can I-
pride of the
can I-
state-
तुम्ही मराठी
Dignity
बोलता
of
का?
the
That's not a
state.
Google
वो भी
question.
बोलते
तुम्ही
हैं.
मराठी बोलता का?
Me, Momo. ये बढ़िया
You know what I love
देश
about
के
this
हर एक
video?
कोने-कोने से पॉलिटिशियन निकाले हैं.
You know what I love about this video is? सब politicians की ले ली एक वीडियो में. सबकी ले ली.
me हो.
हो करके सारे politicians. मोदी. I only take offense. तो अमित शाह को नहीं डाला इसमें. अमित शाह को.
me हो.
It was so good यार. मेरे को तो देखा ये इतना हंसा मैं इतना हंसा.
यार क्या पार्टी है यार, ये लोग भी क्या पार्टी है कि भाई पूरा you've staked your entire career on this language debate कि ठीक है, we will live or die by the language sword, and then you send Priyanka Chaturvedi to go speak in Hindi, to go speak in English, to go hee ho.
No, but see,
क्या
the
लोग हैं यार
problem
ये?
is that so this is some of it is also a fault of BJP. So let me explain what this entire case is for those who don't know. Where I think the opposition is right. Why is a grade 1 student in Maharashtra being compulsorily told to learn Hindi? See, the system was grade 5, grade 6 के बाद you learn Hindi. पकड़ लो, सीखनी है सीखो, नहीं सीखना नहीं सीखो. First of all, you can learn Hindi so easily anywhere in India is because the highest number of people in India speak Hindi. Highest number of people in India speak Hindi. So it's the link language. See, there are two link languages in this country. One is English because your entire legal system is in English. One is Hindi because the highest number of people speak Hindi. So you really don't need, reading proficiency in Hindi. You need speaking proficiency in Hindi. You go to Tamil Nadu now, at least in textile, I can tell you, most owners of textile mills, because यार उनके worker अभी यूपी बिहार के होते हैं, they speak Hindi. They just pretend not to speak Hindi. They speak Hindi, and that's all. That's all we need. Unnecessary इसका बनाया. Now what Manse does is, because Manse is a one-trick pony. They only know one thing: go beat people up.
What is Manse?
Manse is Raj Thakre's party.
Oh, MNS.
अबे महाराष्ट्र में भी call in Manse.
अरे तुम वर्नाक्युलर में बोल दे तो उसको समझ में नहीं आता ना.
Oh, he's so educated.
हाँ.
हम मराठी बोलतोय. बड़ा
Oh my
पाव,
God, please,
पांढरा
please.
रस्सा, मटन सावजी.
This would be a pretty. I would love to test this strategy. If somebody comes up to somebody and says कि बेटा मराठी बोल के दिखाओ, you just start listing dishes from that state.
Oh, it just happened with me on the live. When we started the stream, somebody thought that I can't speak Marathi. To their utter surprise, that I spoke Marathi like a Maharashtrian in Maharashtra.
Weren't you born and raised in Maharashtra?
अरे my papa was also born and raised in Maharashtra.
Then ये मराठी नहीं बोलेंगे तो कौन बोलेगा यार?
वरण भात खातोय.
अबे ना कर यार, मैं पानी पी रहा हूँ तू.
मैं बता रहा हूँ ना, this is his get out of jail free card. Where if somebody ever approaches him कि मराठी बोल के दिखा, he's just gonna start listing dishes. इतना तो बोल दिया, और कितना चाहिए?
Speak Marathi. वड़ा पाव.
मिसल पाव, ठेचा पाव.
Hecha pav. This is the best trick. This is actually a great trick. If somebody harasses somebody in any state, you should just start listing out dishes.
ये बहुत अश्लील आदमी है. इसने तेरे ऊपर लगाया. शाम भाई पॉन कम देखा.
अबे तू पागल है, पीसी पे कोई पॉर्न देखता है यार? एप्पल पे देखो यार. एप्पल पे सिक्योरिटी होती है, पीसी वीसी पे नहीं देखना चाहिए, पीसी तो ऐसे ही साला सिक्योरिटी कुछ खराब होती है उसकी। जो स्मार्ट लोग होते हैं वो एप्पल पे देखते हैं।
So like I said कि कुछ चीजों में है ना, the accusation on the government was actually justified. There was no need to shove it down people's throat from grade 1. That is part 1. But everything else, beating people up, doing all the things that they're doing, attacking businesses, this is where they are wrong. But equally wrong is what is Nishikant Dubey saying? What is Sushil Kedia saying? What is Brijbhushan saying? They are also wrong then. Why are we not talking about both sides?
What did the first guy say? Nishikant Dubey.
निशिकांत दुबे की स्पीच अगर मैं एएनआई की बजा दूंगा ना तो आई फील वेरी एंग्री. सो एज अ बॉय फ्रॉम महाराष्ट्र आई डोंट वांट टू प्ले इट. इट्स वेरी इरिटेटिंग.
What did he say? Like just बता दो.
अरे जिस्ट वही है, तुम ऐसे बोलते हो, तुम वैसे बोलते हो, तुमने क्या किया है, तुमने क्या अचीव किया है, ये सब क्या बकवास है यार. एंड दिस इज एग्जैक्टली द लैंग्वेज. द बेस्ट वाज दिस एमएनएस लेडी बीइंग इंटरव्यूड बाय अ जर्नलिस्ट in Marathi and Hindi both for a Hindi channel, and she says मैं English बोलेगी. तुम English बोलेगा. And their English is even worse. So I don't understand this entire problem. But then I started researching which states in India follow this 3 language rule the best. And Abhijit, you're going to love this data. Data as per union government. Ye dekho. Punjab and Gujarat lead with 3 languages taught in 95% schools.
Oh, wow.
Damn. So
and
could
if you
Hindi and English?
Yeah, 97.6% schools in Gujarat teach 3 languages. This figure is 96.2 in Punjab, followed by 89.2 in Sikkim, the data showed. Gujarat has made learning of Gujarati mandatory in schools, while Punjab has made Punjabi mandatory. And yes, Gujarat and Punjab teach Hindi. They teach Hindi, but their native language is mandatory. So there is a way out, yaar. There is a way out.
But isn't that the whole point of the NEP? NEP में तो यही दिया हुआ है ना कि आप 2 languages, आपकी जो मदर टंग है वो कंपलसरी रहेगी और जो भी इंग्लिश है वो कंपलसरी रहेगी.
But look at the numbers.
Class 5 से आप चूज कर सकते हो एक third language optional.
Yeah. So it's only Tamil Nadu. See, Kerala and Karnataka, they follow the 3 language policy, have more than 70% schools teaching 3 languages, 71.7 in Kerala, 76.4 in Karnataka. Northern states, अच्छा मेरे को एक बात बताओ, why only 82.8% schools in Uttar Pradesh are teaching 3 languages? This should not be a point of criticism of UP.
Yeah.
And look at Madhya Pradesh, 55.4. क्यों भाई ये लोग क्यों स्पेशल है? दिल्ली क्यों स्पेशल है भैया? ये लोग क्यों नहीं सिखा रहे? Why this criticism?
Yeah.
So data doesn't care about anyone. Data is data.
हाँ. तो इधर इसका कितना बताया था? यूपी का कितना बताया था?
82.8% भाई.
अच्छा.
82.8. बिहार देख और बुरे हाल. 49.8. ये असम देख 33%. तो ये स्टेट्स क्या स्पेशल है क्या?
Yeah.
और दूसरा था थर्ड लैंग्वेज ऑप्शंस इन यूपी, एमपी एंड बिहार. कौन सी है? यूपी ऑफर्स उर्दू संस्कृत एज थर्ड लैंग्वेज, एमपी ऑफर्स संस्कृत हिंदी उर्दू पंजाबी और मराठी, एंड बिहार ऑफर्स उर्दू संस्कृत. क्यों भैया? उर्दू और मेरे को एक बात बताओ, अगर तुम हिंदी सीख रहे हो तो उर्दू थर्ड लैंग्वेज कैसे होगी?
That's true.
This is my criticism of northern states. Northern states को बोलो हिंदी और उर्दू में से एक ही लैंग्वेज चलेगी, और कोई लैंग्वेज सीखो तीसरी, प्रेफरेबली वेस्टर्न या सदर्न इंडिया की. ये थोपो ना फिर इनके ऊपर.
और उर्दू को बना देना चाहिए कि चौथी ऑप्शनल है. अगर इतना ही चाहिए तो चौथी ऑप्शनल ले लो उर्दू.
Yes.
हाँ. बट कोई ऐसा लैंग्वेज सीखो जो इतना सिमिलर नहीं हो हिंदी के, in that sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Urdu and Hindi cannot be taught as separate languages in my view in India. They cannot be taught as separate languages.
They've become very separate languages, huh?
They have, yaar. Magar yaar, come on.
Hindi has become much more Sanskritized. Urdu has become much, much more Persianized, to the point where it's almost getting to be, give it another 50 years, it'll be totally unintelligible.
Urdu will be.
Urdu, yes.
Urdu. Oh, it's Urdu now. It's
But
so funny.
this article was so eye-opening for me, Sham, that imagine a state like Gujarat. If you go to Gujarat, right, you know Gujaratis will always speak with you in Gujarati.
ये देख श्याम का फोटो कितना अच्छा है.
या शाम का फोटो तो एक्चुअली में अभी लग रहा है शाम कोई porno वीडियो में परफॉर्म करने वाला है।
Yeah, blur दिख रहा है ना थोड़ा
हाँ, ऐसे थोड़ा धुंधला दिख रहा है।
थोड़ा धुंधला दिख रहा है yeah, क्योंकि हम एक अकॉर्डिंग टू माय लैपटॉप में कोई सीक्रेट लोकेशन में
This
बैठा
is
हुआ
a
है
very good question asked by Pikachu Man. Abhijit and Sham, your views. Why not push Sanskrit down the throat? Very good question. I want everyone to answer this.
Should I start?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bro, you can't push any vernacular language right now down anybody's throat because you haven't developed a technical lexicon for them. The first thing, in Tamil Nadu, for example, all the minister, we had a Tamil language minister called Tamil Kudi Magan. All he ever did in his useless life and career was to put up boards saying, "Long live divine classical Tamil." Did you develop a technical lexicon for Tamil? Did you develop chemical engineering Tamil, electrical engineering Tamil? The first thing the Jews did, even before the state of Israel was born, was sit and found words. They got together people and they sat and found words for every single thing. They modernized the grammar. You need to be doing that. Is any one state doing that? Is Hindi doing that? See, English doesn't need somebody to do it because it's a constantly evolving language.
Plus, Goro ने already बना रखा है ना उसका एक technical language.
Exactly, and all the technicality comes out in English. And so for example, in Sanskrit, you can create new words by fusing words, right? It's called agglutination, which German has, Sanskrit has, and now English has kind of taken it upon itself, but it agglutinates from different languages. So for example, trans, cis, these are all Greek Latin terms. Thesis, it will happily borrow from other languages and bring it on board. You don't. You are not open to loan words. You don't modernize your vocabulary. You don't modernize your grammar. Bhai, kya hoga fir?
So
okay.
For example, Hindi में भी problem है.
Of modernizing grammar is, if you go read Agatha Christie books, very simple, and I'm using Agatha Christie as an example because it's something most of our viewers might have read. Easy to read. They will say in the Ukraine, in the Argentine. They won't say in Argentina, in the Argentine, in the Chile, in the Ecuador. Today, you never use that kind of this thing. We used to say Russia invaded because she presumed her interests were at risk. Today, you don't do that. Russian is modernizing in a different way. In English, you have removed gender. Well, we had removed gender. Now all the vocary is about reintroducing gender and multiple genders and shit. But, with Russian, it was the fact that because there was no gender, there was discrimination against, there was doctor, there was no doctoressa. So they wanted to bring in the female gender in lots of words. We are not seeing the dynamic linguistic, cutting edge linguistics that you see in any other country that takes its local languages seriously.
Right.
It's turned into a sad, pathetic joke, and I'm sorry, but Sanskrit is not there for a technical education right now.
Right.
Maybe Sanskrit, had it done all of this, I would have said, yeah, man, go for it. Right now, there is not a single Indian language that has modernized its vocabulary, grammar, lexicon, anything. So, I mean, you can shove. I mean, what is the point of a language? It is to convey a meaning to somebody. If you can convey it in binary, computers convey information through binary and they do it more accurately than any grammar, right? It's just 1 and 0. It's much more specific. It has its own limitations. So, this, I mean, jo karna hai karo. The point is, in India, this is the language debate is exactly like the eggs debate. There is a severe lack of minerals, vitamins, and protein in the Indian diet. Everybody is fixated on the egg. Nobody's even looking at any kind of, say, whey protein or whatever, especially given that you produce so much milk.
Mm.
Forget the fact that milk and butter production kills about several millions of cows every year, which nobody wants to talk about. But since you're quite happy with that, at least use the whey protein. Nahi fenk dete ho.
Mm.
Nobody wants to look at actually solving a problem. They're just looking. I mean, even the debates in this country are fucking third world debates. Third world country, third world debates.
It is, and I just want to make one point over here, that the reason I shared the numbers of the 3 language formula across the country is, if you go to Gujarat, because of the nature of my work in textiles, most of my interactions were with Gujarat, because that's the main market as far as manufacturing of all textile baseline products are concerned, whether it's machines, dyes, auxiliaries, and most of textile manufacturing is also now in Gujarat. So a lot of my customers would deal both with Gujarat and Maharashtra, both. And it slowly but surely, for multiple reasons, a lot of textile business just shifted from Maharashtra to Gujarat for ease of doing business, and also because of a lot of these peripheral issues like obsession with language and stuff like that. So what I noticed is, my experience in Gujarat was that Gujaratis will their only concern used to be that I just want to work with you, I want to do some business, and don't bug me beyond the point. And they will only speak in Gujarati with you. And if you speak in Hindi, they will speak broken Hindi with you, and they will be like, "Humko itna, mere ko itna hi awadta hai," kind of their Gujaratified Hindi, whatever they know, and they speak in that, and they moved on, and it's gonna end up there. I think this is just a ridiculous ploy, and I 100% agree with you. It's a third world issue. It's third worldism core.
Let me give you a simple example, even in Hindi. And Hindi is a language I think I speak fairly decently. Okay. In English, say you have 2 words, trade and craft. They're similar, but they are not the same. On the other hand, you look at Hindi, we were taught har cheez ke synonyms. Suraj, Surya, Dinkar, Divakar. So what? There were like 14 synonyms for the sun, but it all meant the sun. This is a very, this is a poetic language. This isn't a business language. On the other hand, say 2 English words with a very similar meaning, but they're not the same: trade and craft. Trade comes from the old Germanic trad, which is a habit. You keep treading in the same old footsteps. Tread, same thing. And it became trade because it is not so specialized. So he plies his trade, which is not a specialization. Craft, on the other hand, comes from kraft, which is strength. It implies it is a unique niche. That is why you have tradesmen and you have craftsmen with same word, same essential synonym, very nuanced and different meaning. One is a business language. The other is for poetry, where you want to find 100 different words to describe the same thing in a completely useless fashion. I mean, if it were useful, then we shouldn't have trade agreements. We should have trade agreements written in poetry. So I'm sorry, but it's come to the point, and Sanskrit is one of those languages which you could have developed because of the fact that you can agglutinate and add and vary. Nobody's bothered developing it. It's so bad. I have gone and asked Sanskrit scholars for a word for marble. We've had this conversation before. To date, nobody's been able to give me a pure. I actually went after our last thing and spoke to Sanskrit scholars. They're like, there's no exact word. We can use this. Then start using it. Make it the norm. No, even something as basic as marble. You're using Farsi, Sange Marmar.
Mm-hmm.
which means the sangak is a bread in Iran that is cooked on rocks. ठीक है? Sang e marmar, the rock of Marmara. See it, like I said, third world country, third world debates, third world understanding.
Yeah, but I mean, I know there is a scientific glossary full book published by the government of India about all the new terms that come, and they keep they have Sanskrit equivalent for that, but it's not like they use it themselves or they promote it. Like for computing, right? Computing, the word is sanganan, and for computer it's sanganak. But how many people actually call it what it is? They just say computer.
Computer.
हाँ, so वो लोग तो यही बोलते हैं ना. So it's not like they use अरे एक मिनट, हाँ, ये शाम भी, अबे जीमेल नहीं, हॉटमेल. उसको हॉटमेल लिख के दिया तो भी वो दूसरा करता है. क्या आदमी है वो भी, शाम. अच्छा, आई थिंक somebody has found the perfect solution for the language issue. I think this is the only solution for the language issue. Language wars का best solution. ये देख.
कौन सी भाषा बच गया साला. सबसे अच्छी solution, सबसे अच्छी
Oh man, ये क्या हाल है हमारे देश का. क्या हमारे देश का हाल है यार. सच्ची बोल, मतलब कि
Acha, so by the way, I got an important email. You remember we were talking about this thing about how the Israelis take autistic kids and kids seen as problem children and all of that. Somebody sent me an email about that. I did check up about it, and unfortunately, it turns out those opportunities are very limited only to Israeli kids. There's nothing really available outside of that for anybody from any foreign country. So it's a very sad answer, but unfortunately, those opportunities are limited exactly to Israeli kids who end up being geniuses, even if they're deemed socially awkward or whatever.
हमारे यहाँ तो उसका solution होता है ना, 2 थप्पड़ लगाओ.
Yeah, that doesn't work. I mean, an autistic kid, you're going to destroy their life if you do thappad lagao. This is the problem. There are some places where do thappad actually is required. But yay, there he is.
Fucking finally.
Dude,
you were right. Whoever, I think Abhijit suggested this and you were right. I had to remove those fucking caches. And unfortunately, it logged me out. But that's what worked.
ये Indian program है, राष्ट्र भाषा में बोल. Cache क्या है हिंदी में?
कैशे क्या होता है हिंदी में? कैशे होता है, इसे एक्चुअली हिंदी के केश से उठाया गया है. हिंदी में एक वर्ड होता है केश, उस केश से इसे उठाया गया है. तो जब मुंडन करवाते हैं ना, तो कहते हैं कि आपका केश हटा दिया गया है. उसी तरह से जब कंप्यूटर में आप मुंडन करवाते हो तो आपका कैशे हटा दिया जाता है.
भंडार.
हाँ,
गुप्त भंडार.
नहीं, आप समझ नहीं रहे हैं. आप समझ नहीं रहे हैं. इसका संस्कृत ओरिजिन है. जस्ट लाइक ताजमहल का संस्कृत ओरिजिन है तेजो महालया. हाँ. तो ये कैशे का भी ओरिजिन केश से आता है. जब भी आप मुंडन करवाते हो ना, इट्स अ फ्रेश स्टार्ट. सिमिलरली जब आप कैशे हटाते हो, इट्स अ फ्रेश स्टार्ट फॉर योर कंप्यूटर.
ये कौन हरामी, तुम तीनों के पास नहीं है केश. ये क्या है, इतने सारे बाल है मेरे पास.
ये झूठ है. ये वो है, ये वो होता है ना जो आजकल देखा है आपने, जो ऐसे चिपका देते हैं.
कार्तिक साले, पैंट उतार के दिखाऊं क्या?
उतार के दिखाऊं.
किंग जोंग उन ने सबसे, श्याम शर्मा आ गए भोसरी
से. यस, मैं ये पीसी भोसरी से ही लेके आया हूं मैं. Thanks to the good people at Bhosri Electronics.
Yes.
For helping me out. But so I don't know if you guys have discussed this, but मैं उसी का follow up एक पूछना चाहता था जो आपने संस्कृत वाली बात की थी. I wanted to just ask a follow up. कि over the last year, we've seen sort of the language and the region debate कि भाई regional asmita, language asmita, caste asmita, caste debate. It's gone into real hyperdrive over the last year, and it really seems like this is going to be the political battleground going into 2029. Over the next 3 or 4 years, the attempt is going to be to make these divisions as deep as possible over the next 4 years.
Yeah,
चलेगा
of course.
Acha, Abhijit says of course and Kushal said no, not at all.
नहीं चलेगा नहीं, ये ट्राई करेंगे, चलेगा नहीं मैं बोल रहा हूँ
You
यार.
don't think so?
इवेंचुअली लोगों को जॉब चाहिए, ग्रोथ चाहिए, और
When you don't deliver jobs, this will sell. We are not delivering jobs. That's
So
the problem.
that's also an important thing, because what Abhijit is saying is also something that I've noticed quite a bit on social media, and we were talking about it on our group पे बात कर रहे थे that there's a epidemic of blackpilling जो 2024 के elections के बाद हुआ था, that the BJP is good for nothing, all the other parties are just as good as the BJP or just as bad as the BJP. Essentially, there's no difference between the BJP and all the other parties. And we're seeing something along the lines of the same kind of talking points these days. Ki, acha, whatever goodwill that the party had in 2014, 2019, it's all gone. Nothing really has been delivered, and the BJP just doesn't have it anymore. They don't have the mojo anymore. They don't have anything to give the public anymore. And all the other parties are just as good or as bad as the BJP. It was a prevailing narrative in 2024, and I'm seeing a bit more of that today. And I want to discuss that a little bit more. But at the same time, Kushal, I remember you'd shared an article, I think ORF se tha. It was Gautam Chikarmane's article, if I'm not wrong. I think he wrote it. I want to give due credit where it's due. But he wrote an article where he was talking about inequality in India. And there was some report that came from the World Bank related to inequality. Do you remember what that was?
Yeah, so it was the Gini index that was looked into by Gautam, and as per that, only inequality. This has nothing to do with income. So ignore everything that PIB report has done. PIB report has completely misunderstood. PIB ka report is all bollocks, but what Gautam has done is literally true, and Gautam has very meticulously studied the primary data. And it was not like Gautam was looking to find this. Gautam was studying something else, and he ended up finding that actually mein inequality India mein itni kam ho gayi hai. And then Gautam started doing a backward integration of what are the schemes that have led to this. And Gautam's conclusion was that actually redistribution that is done by the Modi government has actually worked very well. And point number 2 is now the next stage is that if they keep it, we need a next fresh bout of policies that leads to the next fresh bout of growth. And we will see that, because see, last year I remember talking to Monica had told me very clearly that you will see very good economic numbers in the next 2 to 3 years. And it is slowly but surely coming up. And as far as the jobs is concerned, India may, again, I have done detailed podcasts on this with Karan Bhasin, who has written 2-3 papers on this with Surjit Bhalla and Arvind Marmani. What they show is India mein jo job ka jo ye problem hai na, it happens between the age group of 22 to 27. Anyone and everyone ends up finding a job after that. It's because in India, a lot of people seem to take a little more time to find the perfect career opportunity for them in that age group. So that's the only age group where we are having these issues in India. The rest of the age groups, and these are the numbers bear it out. It's not like we are bringing it up and we are just pushing wrong data out. No, this is actually data that can be very well measured. And yes, inequality has reduced in India, and people may not like it. It doesn't mean India has become very rich and income se koi lena dena nahi hai iska. But inequality definitely has reduced in India.
So what are the usme kya measurements hai inequality ke, if you're not using income as a measurement?
So I'll have to open the article if you want.
Achha.
I will open the article. वो Gautam Chikarmane का. किधर
Another
गया?
thing, so while Kushal pulls that up, Abhijit, I don't know if you've seen this, but there's, the big criticism of the Modi government was on the labor laws and the farm laws. कि आपने ये दोनों pass नहीं किए. But what's interesting is, I don't know if you've noticed it, is that like something like 20 plus states, इन्होंने state-wise, individually, they have passed these farm laws and they are passing these labor laws. Individually pass कर रहे हैं. There's no flagship scheme जो लिखा हुआ है, but there seems to be this lot of competition between states.
Exactly. And you know what the amazing thing is? Contract farming has apparently been happening in Punjab for the last 30 years.
Yeah.
You know, Varka and Nestle, they already do contract farming in Amritsar and Moga for the last 30 years.
अच्छा तो हो ही रहा है.
Haan, so the government just failed completely in communication. ठीक है? So this, but anyway, they found ways of bypassing it and doing, things much better. The issue is, what about the people like that? वो कौन है वो Twitter वाला जो Fortuner चलाता है and then keeps begging for cash?
Fortuner चलाता? Who?
हाँ.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
You know that surly fellow on Twitter who claimed to be the fount of all knowledge on the farm laws?
I have no clue. I don't follow.
Fortuner चलाता है?
There
Fortuner
was
में confused कर दिया. No idea.
Some gentleman you were fighting with on Twitter, but you fight with so many people, I don't know.
So, अरे यार, the fellow whose father had a gender change operation and ran off with a truck.
What the fuck? You're adding these details that I had no idea about.
I am dead serious. I have no clue.
No, the more details he adds, the more confused I get. Like, who is he talking about?
Somebody said Yogesh
No. But anyway, so they will live off government funding. See, the issue is cutting government waste and unnecessary government procurement. That's not happening. Okay. The problem is, we're focused a lot on redistribution. We're not focusing more.
Was it Kylie Jenner or Abhijit?
Serious point, don't come up with shit, no? Ankit Shah is way better than Kylie Jenner anyway. Ankit Shah is a savant. I think he's the greatest leading philosopher of India. He's the greatest leading economist of India. I know for a fact Sanjeev Sanyal, in fact, checks Ankit Shah's Twitter timeline every day to find out. I know Nirmala Sitharaman personally, calls up Ankit for all her advice and things like that. I know Shaktikanta Das, while he was governor of the RBI and now is this thing, also does this. In fact, Shaktikanta, I know for a fact Shaktikanta Das's phone has Ankit Shah's feet as its screensaver.
Oh my God. Feet pics.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was doing feet pics also.
But man, Ankit Shah is a genius, bro. Like,
whole new market.
हम तो उसके चरण के धूल हैं. अब उसको
उनको एक बाथ वाटर सीरीज भी निकालनी चाहिए. बाथ वाटर सोप. आजकल वो बाथ वाटर सोप बहुत पॉपुलर होता है. वो भी निकालना चाहिए. Yeah.
ठीक है. So coming back, what was the point I was making before you interrupted me with Kylie Jenner?
It was about the farm law.
No, it was about job creation. You were talking about job creation.
No.
Are you literally were explaining how in agriculture you had finished your agriculture.
No, he was talking about government
redistribution. We're focused on wealth redistribution. We have zero fiscal discipline. We're not cutting all the leakages that are happening from the system. We're not cutting government waste. And cutting government waste, you don't have to be like Javier Milei or Elon Musk. You need to be more focused. There's too much bullshit going to places where it shouldn't be going, and it's still going.
Yeah, I actually this is a very legit criticism of the government, which is something Gautam and I also had discussed when we covered the podcast. Gautam said that so see, when they had given this presentation about rationalization of laws, right? In fact, Abhijit had called me and told me, "Tune ye padha ye Gautam ka report." I don't know if Abhijit remembers. Abhijit had told me to read Gautam's report. And
criminalized for doing business in India.
Yeah. So a lot of laws are getting rationalized in India, but see, the problem is, and this is where Abhijit is right, the bureaucratic class of India, right? They create so many roadblocks in development. I don't know why they are the way they are. Like, because even they are part of India, right? It's not like they're outsiders.
Why they are. Because the more rules you have, the more money you can extort. You know, this is the whole point. Understand, this is where you have, this is why you have crimes of commission but errors of omission. Omission is not criminalized. So when you over legislate, you create all the means for extortion.
Yeah. And
It
you
is
know
done
how
very deliberately, and the biggest lacuna of this government is it has not brought babus to heel. It has in fact fallen for this bullshit. Like I said the last time, there were all these Israeli companies that divested from China. It went from 12% of their GDP to 1%, less than 1% of their GDP. They all wanted, they were told to come to India. Not one of them came to India because they're like, boss, we can't deal with this bullshit.
And you know what the tragedy in all of this is? Sham, I know it sounds so insane, but Abhijit will back me up in this. In this latest shagufa of the YouTubers being unbanned and banned again, it's crazy, Sham, that the Prime Minister leaves, okay, for a 7 to 10 day tour. The day he goes, one wing of the ministry unbans the YouTube channel, you know, to say, oh, हमने इतने दिन की application दी थी, is all excuses, post hoc excuse making. The reality is, ये ना ये उंगल करते हैं, ये लोग ऐसा उड़ता तीर छोड़ते हैं.
Yeah.
देखते हैं कि कौन रिएक्ट कैसे करेगा सरकार में, और फिर सरकार से अगर फटकार पड़ी तो फिर बैन कर देते हैं.
So
But imagine the
are you saying
call.
that this is an attempt at sabotage? Is that what you're saying?
100% I'm accusing it was an attempt at sabotage of the Prime Minister's trip.
Wow.
100% I'm accusing them. मेरे को कोई शर्म भी नहीं आ रही है बोलने को. नॉर्मली यू नो अभिजीत तो ऐसे गोलियां दागता रहता है, इस बार मैं गोली दाग रहा हूं.
But the reason, what is the reason?
Look, the point is one call from the PM and the ban was reinstated.
But अभिजीत वो कॉल थी कि गालियां थी?
हाँ,
तो बेसिकली कॉल वाज बीप 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 बीप.
गंदी गालियां थी.
But what is this, yaar? How can they be so brazen? The freaking Prime Minister is outside the country and you just let's embarrass him.
Yeah.
ये हाल है हमारे देश के. सोच.
See, I think the only solution to this is we all need to accept Christianity.
Oh fuck. Oh, for fuck's
So
sake.
let's dive deep into it. How do you think it'll actually solve the problem?
See, Christianity leads to a scientific mindset.
Okay.
अच्छा बेचो. या शुरू.
True हो गया.
Right?
शुरू हो गया.
So, you know, you don't philosophize.
It's true.
Because Christianity is, देख भाई तू मरने वाला है और तू फिर resurrect होने वाला है.
हाँ.
You're not
नहीं,
thinking.
तू थोड़ी
right.
resurrect होने वाला है. वो तो सिर्फ
No.
Jesus होते हैं ना.
No. Jesus will resurrect you on the day of reckoning.
अच्छा, on the day of reckoning.
ठीक है. Now with us, we are like, you know, see, in Christian theology, they will just go into like, सीधा आंसर मिलेगा, it is heaven or hell. The bipolar thing. Whereas with us, you know, there are 16 kinds of love. There is the love you feel when you sleep. There is the love you feel when you sleep with your wife. There is the love you feel when you sleep with another man's wife. There is the love. Yeah, there is the love you feel when you sleep with another man's servant.
What the fuck?
हर चीज का philosophical question.
Yeah.
See, Hinduism is an inquiry. It is not a set of answers, it's a set of questions. Christianity is a set of answers. Are you going to hell? Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
क्या आपके लौड़े लगने वाले? हाँ.
You go ask a dharma guru, are you going to hell? See, what is hell? What is sin? Let us explore the nature of sin. Let us explore the nature of hell. Is Patala Loka hell? If Patala Loka is hell, then why are the Nagas so revered?
तो मेरे को एक बात बता, एज अ गेम है,
What is evil?
यू आर प्रमोटिंग क्रिश्चियनिटी, मतलब कुछ तो शर्म कर.
No sharam.
Here's the point. See, in Hinduism, if you ask them,
ये अंडरग्राउंड चला गया था सॉडोम और गमोरा में ना, इसलिए
Dharma Guruji. So in Hinduism, you go to Dharma Guruji and you ask them, Dharma Guruji, ये होमो लोगों को क्या होना चाहिए? देखिए होमो क्या है?
होमो क्या है?
See, love is between two souls. The body is irrelevant to it.
होमो क्या,
But
मोमो
because
क्या?
you live in the body, so if you ask a Advaita and a Dvaita, you will get two different answers. You go ask, say, Pope. ओ पोप साहब, ये होमो को क्या होना चाहिए? अरे जला जिंदा डाल
मार दो साले को.
हाँ, और क्या?
Yeah.
सीधा जवाब मिलता है. ठीक है, हिंदुइज्म में कोई सीधा जवाब नहीं है.
You're saying it's basically like the खाप पंचायत. हाँ, जवाब दिया, काम खत्म.
You need a खाप पंचायत.
You need a खाप पंचायत.
See, when you go to a policeman, you go to a policeman and you say, सर जल्दी से आओ, वो बंदा ना वो मेरे बीबी को पीट रहा है. देखो भाई, बीबी क्या होता है?
ये बकवास कर रहा है.
शादी क्या होता है? क्या ओनरशिप होता है इसमें? क्या नहीं होता? क्या एक शादी जिसका बच्चा पैदा नहीं हुआ है, क्या वो शादी माना जा सकता है? On the other hand, Christianity is like going to the policeman and saying, "Sir, वो मेरे बीबी को पीट रहा है, चल मैं आके मारता हूँ उसको."
नहीं, he'll kill the whole family. He'll kill you. He'll kill the guy who's beating the wife, and he'll kill the wife for being unfaithful, apparently.
So you know, this is why you all need to be Christian.
बिल्कुल सही बात है. See, the thing is कि अभी जो अभिजीत है ना, अभी बिल्कुल शक्ल के पास ऐसे कैमरा लग के भेजा हुआ है, बैठा हुआ है. If you zoom out from Abhijit's face, you'll see a 10 kilo का rice bag over here and a 15 kilo का rice bag over here. तो अभी अगले 2-3 महीने तक खूब दबा के चावल खाने वाला है अभिजीत. इसीलिए
ये किसी
अभी शिकागो वाले पोप जॉन पॉल ने बोला है ना इनको.
लाइव यूजर ने क्या लिखा है? जीसस मराठी ब्रो, जीसस जेरूसलम कर.
I am. Thank you for the new name.
Jerusalem kar.
Jesus Jerusalem kar.
What would be his name if he was from Punjab? If he's from a village in Punjab, वहाँ कैसे नाम रखते हैं? पंजाब के villages में कैसे नाम रखते हैं? Do they just name the village? कि आपका last name जैसे वो बादल है ना, तो बादल is just the name of the village.
नहीं, वो डिपेंड करता है यार, हर एक का एरिया के हिसाब से नहीं है, जैसे अलग अलग होते हैं.
येशु जेरूसलम प्रीत सिंह.
जीसस इंदर.
नहीं, but उधर
जस्सी
जेरूसलम प्रीत.
कोई नहीं was about Jesus.
जीसस प्रीत
सिंह. नहीं, वहां राम रखते हैं ना, जैसे क्या नाम था वो जो शिरोमणि अकाली दल का जो लीडर था, समथिंग बादल, या फिर आई डोंट नो.
ये प्रकाश सिंह बादल थे.
प्रकाश सिंह बादल, हाँ, प्रकाश सिंह बादल. तो वो तो his last name was literally just the name of the village, बादल.
But सारे ऐसे नहीं होते.
दूसरा नॉमेनक्लेचर भी तो होता होगा ना.
I just want to let all our viewers know, I'm in Jaipur this weekend, and for all our viewers who convert within the next 24 hours, my friend Honorable Shri Sanjay Dikshit ji is running a 2-for-1 thing. So for every conversion, he will give you not one but 2 20-kilo bags of rice.
See, my suggestion to the people.
So please go and tweet to him, tell him and show him proof you've converted, preferably convert into his church, and he'll give you 2 bags of rice.
My suggestion to the people is that आप please अभिजीत को और उनको टैग करो और बोलो कि we have converted. चावल ले लो और जितना चावल कलेक्ट कर सकते हो करो. उसके बाद हम एक बड़ा इंटरकास्ट भोग करेंगे भगवान श्री राम के नाम पे.
No, I don't do that. See, I come from the old Chalcedonian.
जिनको चावल मिला है वो ऑर्गेनाइज करेंगे फिर.
I come from the old Chalcedonian Christianity, where if you were a slave, it is because God determined you needed to be a slave.
Fit to be only a slave.
अगर तुम भूख से मर रहे हो, as per the Chalcedonian creed, you deserve to,
You deserve to die.
You think what you heard, Maria?
पिटवाएगा.
अबे जेल जाएगा.
पंजाबी vacation कर.
But that is accurate, no?
Oh, that's completely accurate. That is the correct Punjabi version. I think that is the most accurate Punjabi version.
Yes, चलो अभी मीम करते हैं.
हाँ,
Meme
मीम
करते हैं.
करते हैं.
चलो.
Let's do it.
First meme है हमारे Reddit से.
I'm here for this. Yeah.
Yeah, तू जा. When
Oh, yes, we're back on Reddit. Yes.
Yes, we're back on Reddit. So I want to give a shout out to the Reddit first as well. So
Yeah,
if
Henry Redden 55. When Abhijit Iyer Mitra is late for the podcast. क्या हो रहा है? क्या ये?
हेलो. हाँ बोल. एक शायरी सुनानी है मुझे. अरे अभी 5 मिनट में पहुंच ही रहा हूँ ना मैं, तब सुना देना. नहीं तब तक रह नहीं पाऊंगा मैं, बहुत बेचैनी हो रही है मुझे. ठीक है बोल. इस कदर निभाता है वो मुझसे दोस्ती कि वो साथ हो तो मेरे हालात कभी बुरे नहीं होते. ओहो इरशाद इरशाद. कि इस कदर निभाता है वो मुझसे दोस्ती कि वो साथ हो तो मेरे हालात कभी बुरे नहीं होते. बस एक ही खराबी है उसमें कि कहीं वक्त पर पहुंचने को बोलो तो भोसड़ी वाले के 5 मिनट कभी पूरे नहीं होते. हाय क्या बात है मेरे जॉन एलिया की झांटों के मुरब्बे. अब 10 मिनट में आऊंगा. भोसड़ी के रख दे फोन. आना ही मत मादर.
I think that's going to be my new name. That's going to be my new name for the next show, Jhantu ke Murabbe.
Jhantu ke Murabbe. That's a good one.
Let me rejoin as Jhantu ke Murabbe.
अरे नहीं, you don't need. You can just change edit your name. अबे
निकल गया. So I want to give our Reddit the shout out. I think it's called Sham Sharma Official.
Yes.
So please go and join the Reddit. The Reddit is up and running, and we're going to be prioritizing the Reddit memes again because we want to make sure that we're shouting out as many original memes as possible. So जितने आप तो Reddit पे जाओ, Discord पे जाओ, join करो, and जितने original memes हैं उनको tag करके हमको भेजना शुरू करो. And from this week onwards, I mean last week onwards, really.
ये नया रैपर आया है.
Jhatu Murabbe wala. This is a good one, yeah. Jhatu Murabbe wala is also good.
झाटू का मुरब्बा बन के आ गया.
Jhatka Murabba. So go join the subreddit. नीचे description में भी दिया हुआ है. It's in the description. Go join it. Send us your original memes, and we'll try and give you something fun to do every week. We'll give you a fun little assignment.
Memes sent under original name will not be featured.
Yeah.
You have to come up with innovative names like this.
Yes, Jhatka Murabba.
Or also, by the way, so last year when we had done the Sham Sharma show live in Canada, we could not do a live meme review for tech issues. So I just want to clarify, first of all, this year also we are doing the Sham Sharma show live in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And this year we will do a live meme review with the audience in Canada.
Nice.
And we will also give a Hilale Pakistan award in Canada.
We'll design an award and hand it.
Yeah, we are designing. So here's the thing for everyone, all of you.
Parcel kar denge winner ko.
Email us a design of Hilale Pakistan.
Yes.
Yes.
So your job, this is a very good idea, Kushal. Shout out. So please go join the Reddit and send us designs for the Hilale Pakistan award.
Yes.
And the best Hilale
like
Pakistan award will be turned
certificate
into...
बनाएंगे.
हाँ,
Certificate
will be
बनाएंगे
turned
with
into a
design and
certificate.
everything.
Yeah.
And
We'll use the
अभिजीत,
design
श्याम
to
और मैं
create a
तीनों उसको
certificate.
साइन करेंगे पर्सनली.
Yes.
और जो ये लाइव, एंड ये हम लोग सिर्फ लाइव शो के लिए रखा करेंगे. जब भी जहां पे भी हम इंडिया में, कनाडा में, यूएस में, जिधर भी दुनिया में लाइव शो करेंगे इन पर्सन, हम लोग वहां पे ये अवार्ड देंगे.
Yes, done. So please join it and send us your designs creatively. खुद original बनाना, original designs for Hilale Pakistan. Those are the only ones that will be considered.
And yes,
And the best part is the prize you get. So the Hilal-e-Pakistan is a certificate, right?
Uh,
And with the certificate goes the Tamga-e-Pakistan, which is the thing you wear.
uh.
इसका price which you can wear very proudly is एक vial of मेरे झांट का मुरब्बा.
अरे शाबाश. Yeah.
ना
You can wear it or consume it.
ग्लास बॉटल में मिलेगा वो.
Glass bottle.
Huh.
Yeah.
And
It'll be
also
in a clear glass bottle, so everybody
I'm
knows
just
what it
giving
is.
the date now. The venue details, everything will be announced later on. As always, it's with Shakti Foundation. They are hosting everything, and it's going to be on the 1st of November, I think. 1st of November ही है ना, Saturday कभी है, Saturday Sunday कभी है. Yes, 1st November को होगा. Venue, everything, just like last year, all of you in Canada, just follow Shakti Foundation, SHAKTII Foundation. They have a Twitter handle, everything, Instagram. Keep following them, and all the details will be posted over there. But and last time, okay, I want to apologize. Last year क्या हुआ था, 100-150 लोग आना चाहते थे, हम नहीं ला पाए for reasons. इस बार हमने डबल बड़ा कैपेसिटी की जगह लिए. 1000 लोग आना चाहते हो, जितने लोग आना चाहते हो इस बार, जितने लोग आना चाहते हो,
So please जाइए Reddit join कीजिए and send us your designs for Hilal-e-Pakistan.
Yeah, और समोसा मिलेगा.
समोसा मिलेगा. Yes. समोसा रखेंगे, don't worry.
Yeah.
उसी के basis पे सारा crowd आता है.
Yeah, this time it's going to be in a bigger area, tons of parking, no issues at all. Come and have fun.
Nice.
Okay, next Mimi is Delhi. Agreeable day 6828. बारिश अंदर चलो
चलो बेचारे दिल्ली वालों का हाल खराब है.
This morning, so Nikhil messaged me saying, "Oh, it was 4.1." I'm like, "Huh? Kya?" And then I remember I woke up for it and I went right back to sleep.
ये कौन है हरामी?
Did you feel the shaking?
Yeah.
अच्छा, and then you went back to sleep. थोड़ा मोड़ा है.
अरे मैं डांस कर रहा हूँ.
उठा ऐसे किया. वापस सो गया.
See, I'm elevated. I'm above all these things.
Exactly.
मरना तो सबको है. बेंचो आज मरना है तो मरो.
बाहर क्यों निकलूं मैं? हाँ.
Okay, next one is
मेरा तंडोले गाना गाया.
कौन है हरामी? Volker 911 कुशल खमेने. आले हरामी लोग.
कुशल खमेने. ये बढ़िया है. I like this one.
No, this is not Kushal Khamenei. This is Kushal Kamina.
This is Kushal Kamini. Yeah. इसको रीटैग करना पड़ेगा कुशल कमीनी. तो इसको प्लीज इसको भी एक टी-शर्ट बनाना पड़ेगा. Once you इसको वापस भेजो हमको with the tag name, with the tagline Kushal Kamini, and then we'll make a t-shirt out of it. I think this is a good t-shirt.
This one on the Reddit is by Suspicious
Day in the
Weekend
life
31.
of Indian uncle.
Day in the life of Indian uncle.
Oh, ये तो मैंने बोला था किसी को बनाने को. They made it. Of an Indian uncle by Sir David Attenborough.
Here, in the cold pre-dawn light, a fascinating ritual begins. It is a preparation familiar to many species who undertake great migrations. The careful securing of the foot coverings, each lace pulled tight, a silent acknowledgement of the long and arduous journey that lies ahead. And here we see him, the subject of our observation. Papu, a male in his prime, distinguished by his impressive, grizzled facial plumage. He now adorns his crowner simple machine, which turns potato into gold and vice versa. गांड मारो. अब क्या तुम मुझसे इसकी तारीफ सुनना चाहता क्या? सालों में एक डॉक्यूमेंट्री नैरेटर हूँ. किसी कॉमेडी फिल्म का नैरेटर नहीं समझा.
Oh fuck! This is good, man. This is well done. Whoever made this, क्या नाम था जिसने बनाया?
हाँ, so this is Suspicious Weekend 41.
Suspicious Weekend 41. Yeah, well done. Well done. I asked people to make a David Attenborough style coverage of an Uncle Ji, and he actually made it. Well done. Thumbs up from the show.
Next one is by Agreeable Day 6828. ये मेरे को कुछ समझ में नहीं आया. अर्जुन कपूर,
अर्जुन
श्याम
कपूर.
शर्मा, ध्रुव
यार
राठी.
मैं कोशिश करता हूँ कि मैं नहीं जोक मारूं उस पे वीडियो में. मैं क्या करूं? आई ट्राई कि मैं ना जोक मारूं. फिर वो फिल्म बना देता है. मैं क्या करूं? वो फिल्म बनाना छोड़ देगा तो मैं जोक मारना छोड़ दूंगा यार. या फिर वो अच्छी फिल्में बनाना शुरू कर देगा तो मैं छोड़ दूंगा जोक मारना.
I have no freaking clue about this, so I'm
I
not.
think people are saying I make too many jokes on Arjun Kapoor in my videos.
Oh,
Maybe I
okay.
should cut down and focus on other people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next one is by Republic of Bakchodi, Men and Their Priorities. Okay, क्या है भाई?
People in Canada waiting for Modi's arrival. क्या है भैया? Canada में इतना discuss हो रहा है बिल्कुल. मोदी का कोई टेंशन ही नहीं है. जो करना है करो. 100% they do this on purpose. 100% they do this on purpose.
Total
I think
boss.
Meloni's team and Modi's team, they both know, they both read the memes, and 100% they do this on purpose.
Total.
हाँ, सब planned है.
Next one is Henry Reardon 55. Diddy तेरा देवर दीवाना.
AI has gone too far.
सिग्मा बॉय, सिग्मा बॉय,
क्या है?
ये देखिए,
ये क्या है?
बेबी ऑयल.
ये बेबी ऑयल क्या है?
ये मेरे बाबूजी को डीडी की सेवा के लिए मिला है. उन्हीं के लिए गॉड मॉमी चाहिए. डीडी के साथ साथ मेरे बाबूजी भी पार्टी किया करते थे.
क्यों करी डीडी के साथ पार्टी? क्या मिला हमको डीडी के साथ पार्टी करके? इससे अच्छा तो बिहार में बोनवीटा बेच लेते.
कांडू हो तुम लोग. ये जाकर बेबी ऑयल दिखाया कि नहीं तूने?
दिखाया ये बेबी ऑयल. कहते हैं डीडी की कांड में डालो इस बेबी ऑयल को. क्यों गए आप डीडी की पार्टी में? क्या मिला गॉड मॉमी का व्रत रख के? जिस डीडी की तस्वीर लगा रखी है वो उसे नहीं पहचानते तो आप क्या है?
अरे भाई साहब थोड़ा नॉन चैलेंट एक्ट कीजिए.
अरे यहाँ एक आदमी मर रहा है और को जगमेट पे वीडियो कॉल कर रहा है, गुन कर रहा है, और साले उसके बड़वी पूछती है आज किस कलर की चड्डी पहने हो.
अरे भाई साहब थोड़ा हेजिटेट कीजिए.
अरे हम लोग सवेरे ना है हेसिटेट करने आए हैं यहाँ पर. बिहार बना रखा है इस अस्पताल को.
अरे काशी बहनचोद, ये आप करना बंद कर. कैट मिल गई बाबूजी के लिए. चल.
What is this Didi? What is Didi?
Too much. This is ultimate brain rot, yeah. This is ultimate Gen Z brain rot.
What is Didi?
Diddy is that musician
That
from
rapper
the
that-
US that got charged with like all sorts of crazy sex crimes, having his little baby oil parties and all kinds of prostitution rackets and stuff like that. So yeah, it was huge news here in the US. Clearly, it has reached India as well, that news, and people are using it for AI memes.
Yeah. Acha,
But I
next
love
one.
these brain rot
Next
memes.
one is by additional Basil 7606 on the Reddit. And it says America will bomb your country until there's nothing left, then come back after 20 years later and make a movie about how depressed their soldiers got.
ये बहुत अच्छा है. This is brilliant.
Awesome meme.
This is brilliant. This is the front runner. For me, this is the front runner. This is fantastic.
This is
Yeah.
extremely dark yet deep satire.
Deeply. This is
Yeah.
a true meme. You know, a meme is something that
True meme.
captures feel but can't articulate,
Yeah.
which is why we all actually have mimetic memory. This is nailed.
This is perfect. Yeah, it nailed it. It made me so sad killing all those people and blowing up that country.
Bodhi badass scenes from Palestine.
ये क्या है भाई?
Holy war.
Holy war, day 7, holy shit. That's true. That's true, man.
Yeah.
Yahudis don't fuck around, apparently.
Yeah, I know.
वैसे how ironic is it? I want to ask you both this question. Speaking of this meme, how ironic is it that the two countries that have nominated Donald Trump for the Peace Prize are Israel and Pakistan? You can't have two more different countries. that are working on the same objective.
Both know how to work America very well.
Seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously.
And both are formed on the basis of religion.
Yeah, true. The
Hmm.
Pakistanis will not enjoy
But
hearing
one is extremely functional, the other one is like God knows what.
that.
Yeah. So the next one is by Aryan Invader Abhijit. Breaking Iyer got beaten by Bida in Mumbai for not knowing Marathi.
I like this.
Iyer can't catch a break, यार. एक तो उसकी बीवी पे जेठालाल लाइन मारते रहता है 24 घंटे, उसके बाद भिड़े ने पीट दिया.
ये मस्त एक्टर है ये आदमी.
Iyer can't catch a break, यार. Poor guy. I feel for him.
अरे ये शो इतना अच्छा है यार.
Is it still going on?
अरे मस्त शो है. I love it.
Is it still going on? अभी भी एयर कर रहा है?
I don't know, but मैं
No.
पुराने देखता रहता हूँ.
पुराने मैं देखा है.
Alive Huckleberry 36 so true. क्या true है भाई?
क्या ये?
BJP supporters have 2 modes. Okay.
मुझको क्या
इससे लड़ पार्टी में बेटी ब्लड मेरा ये रिपोर्ट नहीं करता. अरे एक और इलेक्शन आ गई है.
हम पहले या अब
This is exactly what we were talking about.
Yeah.
It's exactly what we were talking about, and as Abhijit said about like capturing a feeling. Yeah, it's perfectly captured that feeling. माँ चुनाए चुतिया पार्टी उसके बाद please hopefully BJP जीते.
बदमाश गुंडा ना करे जनाब ना करे टाइटल है इसका.
क्या?
Pakistan has decided to officially recognize Israeli PM Netanyahu as a terrorist. Wojak quotes. That's the highest civilian title in Pakistan.
इतनी इज्जत तो वो किसी को नहीं देते जितनी इनको दे रहे हैं. मैं बता रहा हूँ ना, they have become like a यहूदियों का फ्रंट बन गया आजकल पाकिस्तान. They're helping the Yehudis bomb Israel. They're working with the Yehudis to nominate Donald Trump for the Peace Prize.
You mean
Pakistan is
bomb
now
Iran, they're not bomb Israel.
Huh?
They're helping the Yehudis bomb Iran.
Yeah, Iran. But yeah, basically now the Pakistanis are a Yehudi asset. Safe to say. Yeah.
ये इजरायलियों को बोल देना तुम पाकिस्तानियों के साथ हो, इतना चिढ़ेंगे.
अरे पाकिस्तानी को बोल देना you're an Israeli asset. उसके बाद देखो क्या होता है.
I'm going to call up Dan after this and tell him that he's a Pakistani.
इतना मजा आएगा.
Yehudi asset.
Next set.
बस हो गया. अच्छा हो गया. शाबाश. Short and sweet. But I like that US wala. That is my favorite one. It was not as funny, but it was like perfectly accurate. So that is my Hilale Pakistan of the week. That US soldiers wala. That one was perfect.
Okay, let's go through all the questions. Kushal sent you email. Did you get email? Anybody who knows Marathi, how do you think the Indo-US relationship now aim? As good or bad as it's ever going to be, bro. Nothing more or nothing less. Kushal is the solution to language issue, people and not politicians. Yeah, that's why we said third world country.
Just really quickly, before you move on from that question, Abhijit, do you see the India-US relationship improving significantly in the future or deteriorating significantly in the future?
Stasis.
Stays the same.
Yeah. I don't see it deteriorating significantly at any rate, but let's say we're at the kind of median right now and maybe slightly higher, slightly lower, but not by much.
Do you consider this the median?
Yeah.
Really?
I think there's a bi-party median because this is a very Hindu-filled pro-Indian government and there are still limitations to it, right? In terms of trade and what happened with Sindoor and crap like that. So yeah, this is the median. It's still better than the Democrats any day, every day.
Really?
Yeah. My family is from the Bhojpuri belt of Eastern UP, but they have over the generations adopted Hindi because it helps converse with other people. ए बत्तीसिया काय चारत है? See, I think
is that your Bhojpuri?
हाँ.
बत्तीसिया काय चारत है. शिवम प्लीज इसको जरा एजुकेट करना भोजपुरी में कि दांत दिखाने को क्या बोलते हैं.
हाँ. हंस क्यों रहे हो तो
Speaks it.
बत्तीसिया का हा देखो बत्तीसिया. So that's है ना. Freedom of choice, clothes, faith, language, they are personal. Forcing these is wrong. Both sides are at fault though. Yes, except Christianity. Forcing Christianity is wrong.
भैया 10 किलो चावल का बहुत
there
काम
is a
बहुत
Catholic
निकला है.
doctrine of nulla salis extra ecclesiam, which is there is no salvation outside the church. So, you know,
Outside the
forcing
nulla?
you to do something is saving your own soul. Otherwise, you will go through the torment of hell.
ये क्या
So,
लुल्ला
other
क्या
than
बोला तूने?
Christianity,
Yeah, he
everything
said
else-
something. There's no salvation outside the lulla.
nulla salis extra ecclesiam.
Nulla.
Nulla,
Nulla कौन है
nulla.
इसमें?
Null, you know, zero.
अच्छा
not
नल्ला.
null. One track mind, साला pervert. और वैसे
खुद
श्याम
बोल
तू
रहा है
मोटा
नल्ला
हो गया,
नल्ला,
थोड़ा
उसके बाद
exercise
हम
कर.
लोग को बोल रहा है परवर्ट. अरे
श्याम तू मोटा हो गया, थोड़ा एक्सरसाइज कर. चंपारण
मैं
मटन
मोटा हो
खा,
गया?
बंद कर. हाँ, तू मोटा हो
अरे
गया.
इसको मोटा नहीं बोलते, इसको मसल बोलते हैं. देखो
Only people not speaking
3.5
Marathi.
किलो का हाथ हो गया अभी ये.
Why not push Sanskrit down the throat? Make everyone RCB fan, unite India. Okay, bhai par 80% free language UP. Okay, follow करते तो अच्छा ना, means majority तो follow कर रहा होगा. When do we develop technical lexicon if our research papers are not published in Indian languages? Fair, but it's a bit more. We can do a more in-depth podcast on that if you want. I doubt very much there's any interest in that because everybody just wants basic level arguments. Chirag asked him, do you think of Starlink coming to India? I've said this before. I've said this later also. Given normally I'd be totally fine with it. Given how Elon has gone interfering in politics everywhere from Brazil to this thing, no. Basically become Tushar Kapoor from Golmaal. Okay.
Do you know what Tushar Kapoor from Golmaal is?
No.
देखना.
He's the only one that's safe in Maharashtra. उसको
No,
कोई
no,
कुछ
he's
नहीं
safe
करेगा.
all over India. He's safe
He's
in
safe
Maharashtra,
all over India,
Karnataka,
exactly.
everywhere.
He's safe everywhere.
Hi Kushal, in my experience, many
Bhaiyo.
Khalistanis try to justify their disdain for Punjabi Hindus because apparently they discard the Punjabi language for Hindi. What are your thoughts on this, Bull?
So this is overblown. Most Punjabi Hindus in Punjab speak in Punjabi first, not Hindi, but they do know Hindi. This is slightly overblown. Yes,
वो तो यार दिल्ली में भी बोलते हैं पंजाबी में. दिल्ली में भी a lot of Punjabi Hindus who speak in Punjabi.
No, so you will notice the prachalan of Punjabi amongst Hindus outside Punjab to be less. That's a fact. In my own immediate family, my own parents speak with me in Hindi. I don't know why they speak with each other in Punjabi, but with me in Hindi. I picked Punjabi in Canada when I had come to study in 2001. But all the family, among even us cousins, we speak with each other in Hindi. We don't speak with each other in Punjabi. All of us understand it 100%. 100%. But we speak with each other in Hindi. It's just, but the Punjabis in Punjab, the Hindu Punjabis in Punjab, they speak in Punjabi. But yes, there is a thing about Hindi. But you know, this entire thing is as if Hindi is an alien language or something. I mean, it's an Indian language. So I don't get the point.
பாருப்பா, நீ எந்த மொழியில பேசுறியோ ஒரு வித்தியாசமும் கிடையாது. எனக்கு ரெண்டுமே கர்ணகடூரமா இருக்கு.
Oh man, I
अभी
did
तू
not
कुछ
know
उसको
your Punjabi
बोल
was so
उसको,
good.
तू मैथिली और भोजपुरी में जवाब दे इसको.
I had no idea his Punjabi is so good. Abhijit's Punjabi is so fluent.
Should we concentrate on teaching English to more North Indians than teaching Hindi in already successful South states? Add new interesting subject instead of something that is not required. You know, Indians don't realize how important multilingualism is for them cognitively.
Yeah.
Multilingual people have an edge over others.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, learning more languages is an actual business edge. It rewires your brain. India is the only country where you take great pride in being stupid.
Yeah.
And
can Abhijit and Kushal do an end of his on what steps, actions, and the budget the government would need if it tried to enforce a single uniting language? I am vehemently opposed to a single uniting language across India, so I would never support that idea.
Let me, you know, till the early 20th century, till industrialization began, you know, less than 5%, 5 maximum, some estimates say 10% of France actually spoke French. French, as you know it today, is the language of Paris.
Yeah.
There were about 15 different languages. If you go check out Occitan, you know, there's that French brand L'Occitan, luxury brand. It's not really luxury. It's like सस्ते लोगों का luxury.
यहाँ पे it's not considered luxury in the US.
हाँ, वही बोला ना, इंडिया में सस्ते लोगों का luxury है L'Occitan. तो वो, if you just Google the Occitan language or the Languedoc, as it used to be called, the Languedoc, language of the Oc. It was completely different. It was Romance, sure, but it was completely different. Italians didn't start speaking Italy till the 1960s and 70s. Even today, if you look at Sardinian, sure, Sardinian is a Roman Latin derived language, but completely different from Italian.
Yeah.
What is today known as Italian was in Tuscany. It is the Tuscan form of Italian that was accepted as Italian at unification. And was it Garibaldi or Camillo Cavour who said, you know, we've now made Italy, now we need to make the Italian. And the thing is, you look at the language of Naples, which is literally, you know, 150, 200 kilometers away from Tuscany, totally different language.
Yeah.
Okay. These identities were formed not through coercion, they were formed through industrialization and the business case for these languages forming. Okay, you can't shove these things down people's throats. Every time you raise this as an issue, there is going to be a countercurrent. Did Italy ever insist on it? No, they didn't. Aram se jo karna tha kiya, but they were very clear about this no concurrent list in education. Yeah, see, even in a concurrent list, you can at least agree on the STEM. Na? STEM thing should be uniform. Every state adds its own language and every state adds its own social studies. There is one basic social studies syllabus, wo bhi tum nahi karoge. Stupidity of the highest order. New education policy is written as if it was written for Switzerland, not for a country like India. Chalo, I mean, third world country, third world discussions, third world decision making.
Okay, भाई 1.5 घंटा हो गया, अभी wrap up, मुझे जाना है. I have
जल्दी से क्या है
नहीं, हो गया सारे हो गए.
ये एक बता दो तुम ये अभिजीत, this is for you.
Hugo Boss, who manufactures in Pakistan, avoid such brands. Hugo Boss manufactures in Pakistan. What? Their leather condoms, because that's the only thing Pakistan does. Right, from 18 to 24, 26 people are preparing for government jobs and shadi. Acha, haan, dudes be like Marathi mein baat kar. आदित्य,
अरे वो सब की जरूरत नहीं है.
इसका जवाब वो आखिरी वाले का.
Do you think BJP can win Bengal in 2026? I think yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Can they? Yes. Will they? No.
वो अलग बात है. Can they का क्वेश्चन मैंने आंसर किया. Yes.
Can they तो yes है ही. हाँ. Can they तो yes है ही. I think they have some very, very, very serious challenges to overcome there. But yeah. We'll wrap it up there. I apologize for my computer.
Yeah, जो reason बता हमने Tuesday को ये podcast क्यों नहीं किया, वाहियात reason बता.
मैं it completely slipped my mind that we shifted to Tuesday. I was like कि Thursday का तो है ही ना, पूरा set करके रखा हुआ है, कोई tension ही नहीं है. And then Tuesday morning comes around and I realized fuck यार, we forgot कि Tuesday को करते थे. So we had to come back to Thursday. But next week onwards, this is a reminder to me, not to anybody else, just to me. Next week onwards, we're going to Tuesday, and we'll stick to Tuesday for the foreseeable future. So
and one last reminder.
Everybody, malai laga ke aana. हाँ.
Everybody, I want to remind you again, okay? मेरे को वो सर्टिफिकेट का डिजाइन चाहिए, हिलाले पाकिस्तान का.
Join Reddit now.
हाँ, नहीं, अरे भाई ईमेल आईडी किधर गया तेरा किधर है?
ईमेल आईडी नहीं, इस पे रेडिट का
सॉरी रेडिट पे हम लोग अपलोड डाउनलोड करेंगे. सो बेस्ट हम लोग रेडिट पे डालो हिलाले पाकिस्तान सर्टिफिकेट फॉर द विनर, एंड दिस विल ओनली बी गिवन व्हेनेवर श्याम शर्मा शो डज अ लाइव सेगमेंट, व्हेनेवर इन द वर्ल्ड वी थ्री टुगेदर कम टुगेदर. ओनली ऑन लाइव शोज वी विल गिव दिस हिलाले पाकिस्तान सर्टिफिकेट. ठीक है, चलो
डन.
बाय बाय, सी यू ट्यूसडे को.
ध्यान रखो, फिर मिलते हैं. टाटा बाय बाय, जय हिंद.